Open Heavens on the Go, Thursday, July 21st, 2022. Topic: The Originator of all things. Memory verse: James 1:17. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning. Bible reading: Daniel 4:29-37. At the end of 12 months, he walked in the palace of the kingdom of Babylon. The king spake and said, Is not this great Babylon that I have built for the house of my kingdom by the might of my power and for the honor of my majesty? While the word was in the king's mouth, there fell a voice from heaven, saying, O King Nebuchadnezzar, to thee it is spoken, the kingdom is departed from thee. And they shall drive thee from men, and thy dwelling shall be with the beasts of the field. They shall make thee to eat grass as oxen, and 7 times shall pass over thee, until thou know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will. The same hour was the thing fulfilled upon Nebuchadnezzar, and he was driven from men, and did eat grass as oxen, and his body was wet with the dew of heaven, till his ears were grown like eagles' feathers, and his nails like birds' claws. And at the end of the days, I, Nebuchadnezzar, lifted up my eyes unto heaven, and my understanding returned unto me, and I blessed the Most High, and I praised and honored him that liveth forever, whose dominion is an everlasting dominion, and his kingdom is from generation to generation. And all the inhabitants of the earth are reputed as nothing. And he doeth according to his will in the army of heaven and among the inhabitants of the earth. And none can stay his hand, or say unto him, What doest thou? At the same time my reason returned unto me, and for the glory of my kingdom, my honor and brightness returned unto me, and my counselors and my lords sought unto me. And I was established in my kingdom, and excellent majesty was added unto me. Now I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise and extol and honor the King of heaven, all whose works are truth, and his ways judgment. And those that walk in pride, he is able to abase. The message. One day, I was on a prayer walk when I got into a conversation with God. You see, if you were to ask a primary school pupil what the origin of a building is, he will say it is in the architect's mind. A secondary school student will say the origin of the building is in the owner's mind. Someone who has a bit of deeper knowledge will tell you that the origin of the building started when the owner of the building was born. If you were to consider it more deeply, you will see that if the parents of the owner of the building had never met each other to conceive him or her, the building would never have been built. Then again, if the parents were not born, they would never have met each other, and then the building would never have been built. By the time you go on and on, you will discover that everything we see in this world originated from God Himself. Every single thing. Now, look at all the things you have. Where do they originate from? From you or from God? Many times people say, I worked hard to achieve the things I have. I used my brain well and money came in. Who owns that brain of yours? There was a professor who always sat in front of my grammar school when I was a student there. If you wanted to hear real history, all you had to do was just buy him a drink and he would tell you All that you needed to know about the history of any part of the world you asked of, yet he could not remember his own name. It is only by the mercy of God that your brain is still working. It is only by his mercy that you are not homeless today. It doesn't matter what you have achieved. It all came from God. And if you decide to raise your shoulders too high, he can withdraw it all, as in the case of Nebuchadnezzar in our Bible reading today. He thought that all he had was achieved by his own wisdom, so God decided to teach him a lesson. God just shifted something tiny in his brain, and before anyone knew it, the king was out in the field eating grass for 7 years. The moment God had mercy on him and restored his senses, he ceased from praising himself and started praising God, saying, "Now I, Nebuchadnezzar, praise and extol and honor the King of heaven, all whose works are truth and his days judgment. And those that walk in pride, he is able to abase." Daniel 4:37. Prayer point. Father, I just want to praise you for all that you have given to me. I recognize that it is not by my power that I have whatever I have. It is by your mercy. Thank you, Lord, for showing me mercy. Father, I just want to praise you for all that you have given to me. I recognize that it is not by my power that I have whatever I have. It is by your mercy. Thank you, Lord, for showing me mercy. Bible reading in 1 year. Psalm 136 to 138. Hymn for today. Oh, worship the King, all glorious above. The Open Heavens is written by Pastor E. A. Adeboye, the General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. God bless you.